All right, welcome back. Let's talk about what happened today in Nas. I got a loss and I got a win, and I real okay. I'm not like a super profitable trader, whatever. So I'm constantly adjusting my things and stuff like that. I'm not changing my strategy, but I'm constantly observing and looking at a SWOT analysis. What's my strengths? What's my weaknesses? What's my opportunities? What's my threats? In my trading plan and back testing, I realized that all of my losses came from me trying to trade external liquidity in NAS. What does that mean? The thing with NAS, sometimes NAS do this. All right. So NAS do that sometimes, but normally, right? What does normal trading actually looks like sometimes? Um, okay, we got two different things, right? So the first one is you go up, you go down, you go up. Now, when you go down, typically this low will retest the previous low. But with NAS, in my opinion, it gets manipulated, I guess. NAS will literally just go up and then it'll do like a sideways consolidation and just boom, it'll go up, right? Now, me trying to pretty much trade that, like, okay, let's say for example, this move right here, and I go long. I'm like, okay, I'm going long, guys. Boom, and I make money, right? So it's like, okay, it works when it doesn't, but man, all of my losses come from that. Normally, what happens with price? It'll go up. This low will retest this previous high. Boom, right? We reject, same thing. This low retest this previous high. Boom, we go up, right? That's like an uptrend. That's just a different beast. It doesn't do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to remove that from my trading plan. I'm not going to trade external liquidity on NAS. So when you look at liquidity, when price wants to go up higher, it'll come down, grab some orders, and then go higher, right? Come down, grab some orders, go higher. External liquidity is here. So, like, say if price is down here and we want to go lower or whatever, when you come back and get to this point, we're pretty much at a premium price, right? And when you go above here, all this is external liquidity, external to the structure. We're going outside of structure. We're grabbing orders, whatever. It may grab some orders, right? Whatever, and then come back down, right? So I'm just going to eliminate for that from my trading plan. Whenever price push like that, I'm just going to sit on my hands. Unfortunately, it's going to cause me to sit on my hands some days. Hell, I might have to sit on my hands a whole week, but that's okay because now I have data and my data is telling me, dude, chill. However, what I am looking to do to compensate for that is I'm looking to hold on to my trades longer by utilizing the 5 minute more. So, what do I mean by this? Let's get into it. So let's go to a replay and let's replay the day. Today is Tuesday. Tuesday, depending on where you're from and where you live at. You say Tuesday or Tuesday. Okay, so let me run you through this. Okay. Now, how I typically trade, right? I'm looking at this thing and I'm saying, okay, we're obviously going down, right? So I'm looking for price to continue down. Okay, so I'm looking at price and I see price pretty much was coming down, down, down. Okay. And then at some point we broke the trend line, came back up, grabbed some of this stuff, came back down. Right. Okay. So this is on the 1 minute. Let me look on the 5 minutes. So like cleaner. Okay. So price is pretty much moving normal. Right. This is a low. This is a high. This is a low. What did price come back do? Price came back to retest this area, right? And then come back down. Case came back up to retest this area, come back down. So if I just draw this a little more, say price came back and retest the same area. And it looks like we're losing steam to go down, right? So I'm guessing price is looking to grab some liquidity up to continue a down continuation. And what I'm learning and what I'm realizing is, dude, that's my bias. That's what I expect price to do. Don't chase a candle. And that's really trying to anticipate Nas and like, okay, it's going to shoot up. Like, just leave that alone because it's you're gonna. I'm gonna lose money before I actually get that right. So what I'm looking for price to do today in market opener is I'm looking for price to come up here and pretty much come back down. Probably retest this trend line, come back down. I mean, you could draw. I may not draw the trend line perfectly, so I give myself the benefit of the doubt, right? So I mean, draw two 2 points extended to the future. So I mean, price could come to this point, right? Come back up, touch this supply zone area, and just shoot back down. Price could do that. Now, here's the difference. When price does that, when we come back here, I am looking for an engulfing candle. If I don't get my engulfing candle, no trade. That's it. That's it. That but when I do that, man, I win like it ain't no tomorrow. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm also doing something that's pretty cool, right? So if I look at the previous trading session, which is here, I'm trying to incorporate volume analysis because all volume analysis is the same thing what I'm doing. It's just more data behind the candle. Like I'm looking at market structure, right? So like say for example, I'm looking on a 5 minute. Price came down and touched this and went back down. Why did price do that, right? Well, the volume analysis gives a little bit more light on that. So um maybe I'll look into it into the look to make a video in the future. In the future. Okay. I'm just leave this here because I'm actually pretty curious if price will respond. This is like, nah, this is like anyways, let's get back to the video. Stay focused. Okay. So that's what it is. If price shoots down, let me pull out my Fibonacci because the Fibonacci helps me a lot, right? So I pull out my fib, I go from high, I go to low, price came, shoot down to the golden zone, came back down, right? Now it looks like the sellers are getting a little exhausted. So we could come back down, we could finish down to the 60, negative 68, right? However, price could come back up. We could take out this liquidity and come back down. But overall, in this area, I'm looking for a bullish engulfing to continue down. Okay, so that's that. However, if I get into this zone, I'm looking to take a buy, right? Because at this point, that's when we pretty much start to change structure and everything. Like it's really up here. It's really up here. When I start to get up here, okay. So this is buys sitting up here. And this is the hard part of trading. Just sitting on your hands and just following through with your freaking analysis. Don't chase a freaking candle. All right, so right here, sales. Looking for sales. Now, if price breaks through, of course, what I'll do is like do something like this. And then I'll wait for price to retest this and go down. But I'm not going to draw that right now because I don't want to be confused. All right, drop to the 1 minute. Let's rock. All right, so here we go. Got my analysis for the day. Boom, price automatically goes up. Okay, I don't get what I'm looking for. Okay, it's cool. It's whatever. Let's keep going. Boom, here we go. See, I got my engulfing. Got my engulfing in this area. Um, let me see something real quick. Let me go to the 5 minute. So we really didn't make a new low. Whenever we do make a low, that's really like, okay. So, I mean, all right, we're getting engulfed in there to golden zone. So this is worth a shot, right? So let's go short. I'm sorry. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Let's go short. Let's go. Okay, so here we just engulfed. I could wait for this next candle to tap me into my zone. Um, let's do that. Let's wait until the next candle tap me into my zone. Just want to be sure. So what I do is I take this candle, draw it out. I pretty much draw a box around this green candle that got engulfed, and also any candle wicks here. And I'm waiting on the next candle to tap into the zone, a nice supply and demand setup. Now, if this next candle starts coming and we start like down here, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get into the trade. Okay, so boom. Okay, exactly what I said, right? So once I see this next candle start to do that and come down, I'm like, all right, bro, just go ahead and get into the freaking trade. So here's what I'm saying. I'm looking to hold on to it more. So once that happens, I want to snap back to the 5 minute, right? And then I want to be like, all right, the next area of resistance is pretty much like here. Like we pretty much already at this area of resistance. And I'm looking at these candles, so maybe I don't take this trade. I'm not sure, right? So okay, once price pretty much. No wait, what happened? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Enter to a trade right here. So I entered to a trade here, stop loss right here. All right, cool. So what happens is price start coming down. So um all this is wick on the 5 minute, but on the 1 minute is here. Um I don't. I'm gonna pass on this sale. Yeah, I'm gonna pass on this. Delete that. Delete that. Let's see what happens. And this is what I'm saying, right? You see what I'm saying? If I just freaking okay, I would have made money. I would have made money. Okay. Why didn't I take that? It's because on the 5 minute, at the time, when I look at the bar, like where the sellers are just exhausted here. So taking a sell here, it's not high probability. You know what I mean? And that's what I'm looking to more. I'm looking to do more. Is I'm looking to take high probability setups. Skip out on those low probability setups, man. Stop wasting my damn time. But I would have made money on this one. Um, now, what I did today, which was something crazy. Today, this is what I did. I'm like, okay, these sellers are exhausted. I'm gonna wait till price close um, below this zone somewhere up in here, and I'm gonna take the sell. Why? I was anticipating. I wasn't trading off of confirmation. I was trading off of expectation, and got my ass toe up. So what happened? Price came. What price do? Boom. Oh shit. Right. Oh, there you go. That's what happened. Right. Price came. Let me go back. Price came. This bar came like that. Started finishing. Right before it finished, I'm like, hey, let's go. I'm about to make some money. Yeah. And that's the next candle. Pow! I was I was pissed off, man. I said, okay. I said, I know what I need to do. Right? All right. So where did the win come in? The win come in. Well, let's just play the rest of this as if I was actually trading. So what just happened? We just made a lower low. Okay, we just made a lower low. So price did exactly what I wanted to do. We waited till we got to this area where we pretty much sold. We got an engulfing. Price came down. This right here, this area was showing a lot of exhaustion, so it wasn't a high probability setup to me. So what am I looking to do now? I'm looking for price now to come back up into the sell zone and I can sell again. Or if we break, I'm gonna wait for an engulfing on a red candle and I'm gonna buy. All right, let me go ahead and get rid of this. Okay, so now we actually broke through the actual zone. So what do we got? Let me jump back to the 5 so I can see structure a little bit. So what happens is price is pretty much just going. We don't even have like a solid clear pullback yet. We did get this pullback, right? I mean, I can, I can say right here, I can wait for price to do something here. No. Yep. See, I guess got to wait on structure. I can't force a trade because if you see this right here, this looks like, yeah, I can't force a trade, bro. This is not even rejecting this zone. So I just got to chill. All right. I got to wait for data structure to form. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So what do we got here? Now, here's the part, the good part that's coming in. I'm getting into volume analysis. If I take this tool here, fixed range volume profile, it's a part of the NAS, and I just drag this bad boy right here, what is this telling me? This telling me that the median price right here, this is where price, these orders like to sit. This is the low, this is the high. All right. We just got a candle that kind of just closed here and we're kind of getting into the range. So, with me utilizing this tool, I can see the details behind the data structure. All right, I'm gonna get my Ben Mallah on. The data structure, baby. Right? So that's what I'm seeing. So check this out. The fact that this is happening right here, I know that we need to sell at this point. Like this is going to be a sale, right? Like this is the previous. If I go to a 5 minute, like look at this. This is structure. This right here, price came as a low, and then right, what are we doing? Support broke. Support turns into what, y'all? Resistance. See? Support turns and resistance. Now, let me get the data behind, like, let me, like, what's really going on? Why is support turning into resistance? Let me go to my fixed range volume profile, baby. Ben Mallah. If y'all know who Ben Mallah is, look him up. He's a real estate guy. It's freaking hilarious. So now, this little dip up here, this line here, this is showing me that we are on, like, we are at a place where typically when you get up here it sells, when you get down here it buys. That's how the volume thing works. These are orders, so a lot of the orders, a lot of volume, a lot of price is here. That's where I understand. I got to do more studying so I can explain it correctly. But the fact that we got that here, so like, yo, select the bar, like from right here. So the fact we're right here, I'm like, okay, I'm comfortable looking for an engulfing candle to the downside in order to do my thing, right? Also, we're at what support turns into resistance, and we're wicking, we're showing buyer's exhaustion. Let's go. So I'm waiting, 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 waiting. Boom, there we go. There we go. We got this green candle that just got engulfed. So what I do, I draw my zone. Um, and I really want to see this next candle. This next candle starts coming down here, I'm gonna get in, or like, maybe we can come back and touch our zone. It's kind of hard when you do back testing because you can't see like how the candle's actually printing. All right, boom. As soon as I see that right there, kind of touch my zone a little bit, I'm seeing that exhaustion. I'm gonna go ahead and hop in for a short. So as soon as I would have saw that, I'm hopping in right here. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump to the 5 minute and I'm gonna say, okay, where is the next time where this thing is like boom? This is like the next resistance, right? So now I'm looking to hold on to my trades longer. Okay, let's see. Let's see, baby. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Honing that strategy. We about to cook. We about to cook, son. Okay, so what happened? How did I make my win today? This is how I made my win today. I lost on my live account. I was like, whatever. Now I do have a prop firm account, and I think it was around 1 o'clock. It was somewhere up in here. I can't remember. Basically, um, I do not remember where exactly it was. Yeah, it was this right here. This is what I made money off of. Um, Once this candle here got engulfed with this, okay, let me blow this up. Once this green candle got engulfed with this red candle, we didn't engulf the wicks, but we engulfed the body. Draw my thing. The next candle tapped me into my zone, tapped me in, coach. And then I went short here. And what I do, I jump back out to the 5 minute, right? And I was like, all right, at the time, I'm like, okay, on the 5 minute, where's my next zone of like resistance and support, which was like right here. No, this is the wrong one. Dang it. I'm over here. I'm tripping. Okay, boom. So I'm like, all right, what's my next like whatever? It was down here. Um no, 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 no. I had brought up here somewhere. I brought here. I'm tripping. It was this candle. I drew my zone around this green candle. We got engulfed with this red candle. Once I saw this, yes, because this candle scared the hell out of me and I thought I was about to get stomped out. I remember now. So boom, I got in right here. Right. And then what I did is I jumped to that 5 minute, right? And I'm like, all right, bet price the next in my opinion, the next like zone was here. So I'm like, all right, I'm willing to take price here. Okay. And that's exactly what happened. I held and I got like a freaking what? It was like a almost a 1 to 4, right? Oh no, never mind. I got out like right here. I got nervous and I was like, I need the money, which I really didn't because it's a prop firm. So I got out, but it was a good, successful trade. So yeah, there it is. See y'all tomorrow.